Welcome back. What does interior decorating and electronic graphic design have to do with real estate? Well, our next guest, Victoria Mena from the Sutton Group Heritage Realty knows. Please welcome Victoria. Hi,
Thanks
Victoria.
so much.
Victoria, can you tell us, you're a native from Spain, you moved to Canada, you had a family of 9?
Yes, we were 8 sisters and 1 brother.
Wow.
And I was the youngest.
And you made your voice heard. How did you go about doing that, and is that part of who you are now?
Definitely. I always had to make a little extra noise at home, and I developed into a major quality in me. I study to become a graphic artist, which is a creative field, and interior decorator, which is also a very creative field, and now I'm using both.
So how did you move into the real estate then? Because that's your background. Was there a decision you made at one point to be an entrepreneur in the real estate area?
Yes. All of a sudden I decided I needed to take a challenge. I thought the real estate was a big challenge, but I have friends in the business who decided to go for it, and I saw how well they did. Economically speaking, it's a very profitable career. So knowing that I had skills that could help me, being graphic designing on the cost-effective side of it, and interior decorating as an extra skill that I could use, I went for it. I took the challenge.
So perfect today with all our designer shows that we sit and we watch the before, the after,
Big trend,
and everything happening.
Yeah.
What was the process for you? How long is the process to move into real estate, and what are the exams like, and do you have to keep up fees? How does that work?
The fees are not outrageous, keeping in mind what kind of results you can have after you acquire your license. Basically, they give you 18 months to do a 3 different phases. Each phase requires 1 exam you have to pass with a minimum of 75%. They teach you everything from the real estate, organized real estate in Canada, how the real estate works, who is who, to dealing with different type of situations, buyers, sellers, even commercial real estate. You must know about it, although you may decide not to take commercial industrial transactions.
Do you feel like, what do you think are the key strengths that people would need to go into real estate? You have a diversified, strong background in what you're bringing forth, but what other areas do you think that would be good?
The drive for a challenge, basically. If you want the challenge, you have it with real estate. Because of the competition out there, there's a lot of people in this business who are really good at it. My biggest challenge was actually the breakthrough in the real estate as a new agent, and that's how I realized that I had to use my skills. Some agents had the experience, I did not have that. So I started using my graphic designing to develop very colorful, eye-catching marketing material, and then my decorating skills, which helped me having people trusting me and believing that I could actually bring results.
So how do you package it? What are all the tools you use? You have brochures, you have the CD-ROM that you get complimentary?
I do have a CD-ROM. The CD-ROM is basically designed for buyers and sellers, and even private sellers who want to try on their own before they hire an agent. And it gives a lot of information about the real estate in general, but it does focus a lot in the Durham region market. And it's very well organized. I did it with the help of my own son, actually, who put it all together. I designed the graphics on it. And a lot of people are asking for it. A lot of people are doing internet. They all want to know more and more. And I think this CD actually provides the information they're looking for.
How does the internet affect your business today? Because the internet's, you know...
Big time, yeah. Well, as I say, there's new type of breed out there. The consumers now, they want to know everything before they actually talk to an agent. I don't blame them. The real estate have changed a lot. And they're dealing with probably the biggest investment of their lives, their property. So my website, for instance, they get a lot of information there. And I guess when they see an agent having all that kind of knowledge, they trust that agent. So, I try to give them as much information as I can.
Do you find that people who come to you, they refer other people, and is it really relationship also? It's also your background strengths, but is it gaining rapport with you individually? So it's important to be a person who's, good with other people.
In the real estate, being good with other people is everything.
Yes.
It's a referral-based business. And although it takes a little bit of time to have referrals and to have people sending you back their business and referring you to their friends and families, that's what you have to do the first 2 and 3 years in the business, is having people liking you and trusting you. Otherwise, you won't succeed.
So what has been, Victoria, your biggest challenges that you've had up to today?
Prospecting. Like any other new agent, prospecting is the biggest challenge.
And do you have goals for yourself that you meet every year, in a mission in your own statement, or does your company have that?
Companies, any brokerage like to have, their agents making a lot of money. My goal, more than money oriented, is oriented towards my, in the long term, I want to feel like I enjoy what I do, so I know I will be doing for a long time. More than just having a 6 figures goal.
So you have a passion for what you do?
Definitely.
So you get up every morning, you control your time?
That's, yeah.
Was that one of the biggest things that also attracted you to real estate?
Definitely. That's what I've tried many other things before. I own my interior decorating company. I did enjoy it, but as I mentioned, I needed a bigger challenge.
What would be your biggest success that you've had so far in your real estate?
I think every time I sell a property, I feel successful because I achieve my vendor's goal and my own in the same time.
So what's the next biggest step for you? Do you continue taking courses? Do you just keep adding elements to what you offer?
Yes, in my spare time I like to get my creative juices out and start. I always develop new marketing material, but in this business, if you're not busy with the clients, you are busy studying because you must study. It is mandatory to take more and more courses, so you're always busy.
In regards to you coming in with the Sutton Group, Heritage
in Pickering.
Yes, we said it right. What drew you to that group? Because there's different groups, and I'm sure they're all good, but they each have their unique personality.
The very first one was their website, actually. When I was shopping for a broker, I came across their website, and they had a section there which is actually a virtual test where you take questions, and at the end of it, actually the day after, the broker will send you an email telling you how much or how many skills you have, and evaluates you, and it will tell you whether you are made for this business or not, and in which parts are you stronger or weaker. That's how I met her. She told me the truth. I didn't expect it to be perfect, and she told me where I wasn't perfect, and she also told me she would help me develop, and so I went with her, and she certainly did.
What are the risks that you see for viewers that are thinking, maybe this is for me, the time? Is it, because again, I have my own time, I'm an entrepreneur, I can be with my family when I want, but the time that I think of when I think of real estate people is they're out there a lot. They're answering that phone, that might be a prospect. Is there a time off period that you take? How do you do that time management?
Each individual agent has their own criteria, their own limits. Mine is basically because I do have 2 generations of children in my household. I like to schedule around my family. I like to work at a certain times of the day and certain days of the week. I figure that if my clients enjoy my services and appreciate the way I do business, they will do that for me. They will work around my schedule. So I don't have a problem with that.
Victoria, For, again, people who are looking at to be a real estate agent, what would be your major feedback that you'd say to them, this is what, I think would be great for you to do in like a stepping process? Number one, number two?
I think the greatest thing to do for them is basically what I did, if I may say so, is use their skills, use what you have and learn to apply it to the real estate. Like that you will be able to stand out and you won't need the how many years experience you don't have anyway. So use your skills, different languages, different skills in any field will be different and will be differentiating you from other agents.
For you, you did it within 6 months. So
I did it in 6 months, but you do still have 18 months to do it, to do the entire 3 phases. So you don't have to rush it. You can do it via correspondence, you can do it online, you can go to class, or you can combine both. So it's easy to acquire the license. I don't know about being in the business. I don't think it's easy if you don't know how to schedule yourself.
Yes.
Otherwise, it is a great career and it's very enjoyable.
Sounds like it's been wonderful. Thank you very much, Victoria.
Thank you.
Stay tuned and you'll meet our mortgage intelligent person. Thank you.